All right, guys, we're live. I'm going to wait and give a couple minutes, and I'm going to answer some questions about the recreation of file 118 and this rock that was thrown. So if you guys want to chat, get on. I'm going to wait a minute, and we're going to see what's going on. If anybody wants to talk about it. By the way, an update with the cast and Chuck Steiner. We do have his email and his address. So whoever the runner-up was, Meditation 69 or whatever that was, that is no longer feasible for you. I'm sorry. But Chuck Steiner has won the cast, and I think he opted to get a hat, guys, an Outdoor University hat. So if there's anybody out there and anybody wants to chat in, let's chat in, okay? If you have any questions about file 118, the recreation, I'm here to answer them. I got my messenger on too. Somebody says, I said that was on the second tier. That was up on the second tier. The guy just asked me what tier that was. That was on the second tier where we got that footage of that being, creature, whatever you want to call it, walking. That's where that was. We didn't even go up on the third tier. The third tier is where we found that footprint and all those bends and where we heard that whoop on file 118. That's where way back where old man Whistler owns. And my grandfather and his grandfather were friends, so we do have permission. I just obtained permission to go on there. But I had permission, before. I deer hunted that back in my 20s. When I was in my 20s, I deer hunted that. So that was on tier number 2. Another thing is I'd like to apologize for my language, but I needed to show that footage, guys. I'm sorry if there was children in the room and I offended anybody. I apologize because that's not what my plan was, but I needed you guys to really see from all 3 cameras, okay, what was really going on. It didn't come up on camera, but if you listen right before that rock throw, you can hear this thing, like, I don't know, a growl, a scream, or I don't know what it is. That's what we heard. We didn't even hear the rock throw until we went through the footage. You know what I'm saying? I see Jack. I see you. I was just telling him we didn't even hear the rock throw. We heard it was so much louder on the camera, guys. It really was. And when we first got in there, if you listen to these vocalizations, guys, this thing was, I don't know if it knew we were coming in there or what, because we've been in there quite a few times now. Okay, this research area is hot. And I think it's going to start to die off as soon as they open the trails. They're going to open the trails on the 1st to the mountain bikers and stuff like that. So I'm assuming those things are going to push back up into the 3rd tier, which is where we are going to do the night hunt. We're going to do that night hunt up on the 3rd tier, guys. So it was so loud when we first got in. And there was multiple of them. There was like one over this way, and then there was one over this way. It's almost like they were talking to each other, like, hey, somebody's in the woods, or I don't know what they were saying, nobody does. Nobody speaks Sasquatch. But, it was pretty crazy. What Jack say? I think it was warning the other ones around there. I think that too, Jack. That's what I said. And me and you talked about this in the car, because I'm not going to lie to you guys, man. We were pretty shook up about it. we actually came home and we actually didn't go out there at night. We didn't go that day. I was really shook up about that, because when we went into this, you guys know, those that, have been following, this research area that we have, those of you that's been following, we got a report. I thought nothing of it. Jack went out there by himself and found a freaking footprint in the snow. And I was like, whatever, dude. Okay. Then I went out there, and that's when I found a footprint. Well, Jack actually found the footprint, but I found, I walked up on him, as you can see in the footage. And I started thinking, man, there's nobody with feet that big. And why would you be walking around in the middle of the woods, like 4 miles back? You know what I'm saying? Barefoot. And that's when we got growled at. So that's what started it all with me, and then I started really doing some heavy research. I put my feelers out to, quite a few big name researchers, to find out, what they know, of the area. We do know that there are quite a few sightings in this area, and also Atwater's got some. There's a bunch by the Arsenal. A state highway patrol just reported one by the Arsenal this winter. Ran right across the road right in front of them. So it was pretty, it was, pretty freaked out. I was pretty freaked out. I'm not going to lie to you guys, man. It was pretty scary. So, but, I got my messenger on. What's this? I don't think, this guy asks, when you were walking over to do the recreation, why are you destroying their tree structures? I think that was just a little sapling that a tree fell down on it. I don't think that was a structure. I could be wrong. I mean, I'm kind of trying to rile them up a little bit because, I want to catch one on film. Of course, everybody does. We went in there, cameras blazing, 4K, cameras, 60 frames a second. I'm about to zoom in right on you, and I'm about to see this thing. As Jack said, my mind was racing all night after that day. There was no way I was going out there. Yeah, I know. Guys, he ain't going to tell you this. Jack's not going to tell you this. But I thought I might have even seen you crying in that car, bro. I ain't going to lie to you. And, that was pretty scary stuff, bro. I was really spooked. But more the fact of being spooked, I was more interested in the fact that this time they interacted with us. This time, because we had a rock thrown at us before, we think. This time, there was no thinking. And if you guys go back and look, okay, I'll, put some of that footage also in the night hunt. That rock, man, was bigger than my head. That thing was huge. And if you look at the arc of that thing, because me and Jack were studying it, in the editing room, and we're going, man, this is unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? Could it be a person? And we was like, dude, look at the size of the rock compared to the vine that's behind it. This thing is this big. It's a huge rock, man. And it's got a serious arc on it. Jack says, I might have been, but I think you, yeah, okay. You say, you think I pooped myself? Hey, whatever, man. It is what it is. But yeah, there was the recreation though was what really caught me is I was actually standing on a log, and I was 2 feet up. Okay, I'm 6 foot exactly. And if you looked at Sasquatch's head was maybe a little bit higher than me. I did, I also had my hand up, try to get up in that 10-foot range because you read reports of guys that have seen these things and, women that have seen these things and they're like, this thing's 10 foot tall. I don't know about 10 foot tall, but I can believe maybe 7, 8 feet You know what I'm saying? This thing was in the 7'9" range, 7'6", 7'9" range, because we had a tape out there. And actually the tape measure said it was 7'9", but I downed it, I downed it a little bit because I'm like, I don't know about all that. But it was really, really spooky. And me and Jack went there one time before this. And we took the cameras and we see nothing. We heard nothing. We seen nothing. So the very next day is when we went in and we did the recreation, because I was talking to Jack about it. And I said, you know what? They're about to open, there's signs, right when you pull into the park, the state park. And, there are signs that say, the trail, the bike trails are closed. They won't be opening until the 1st. So, and I was telling Jack, every year they open them on the 1st. So I'm thinking that these things are going to run. They're going to leave because people are going to be in the woods. I don't know if they are going to do that, but I know they're there right now. I mean, I know they're there right now. And the vocalizations we got, if any of you guys out there have the software to really bust these things down in frequency levels, please get a hold of us. Click the About button on the homepage. Go down to the email. Email us 123outdooruniversity123@gmail.com. Get a hold of us. Yeah. What's this guy says? Bosnia guy, I'm late to the party, but I'm here. It's all right. We're talking about the recreation of File 118. If you haven't watched the premiere yet of the recreation of File 118, I don't want to spoil it for you. But something happened in this thing. And I was telling these people that we got a lot of vocalizations and it doesn't, if you listen to the vocalizations, they sound aggressive. I mean, of course, anything that's 1,000 pounds and 8 foot tall is going to sound aggressive. But to me, as a nature lover and someone who studies behavior of animals, I study very hard behavior of animals, especially fish. You guys know that, that follow all the fishing stuff on this channel. It sounded extremely aggressive, guys. It really, really, really did. And I was kind of like, that's weird. I didn't really know what to think of that at this time. All right. It says, we got people here. It says, you guys really should watch some of the people out there trying to learn about these things. They're doing great work, and you could learn from them. They don't encounter aggressive behavior. You know what? And we was just talking about that. Whoever S is, we was just talking about that, man. I think we pissed something off. I think Jack pissed something off when he kicked that damn pile of rocks over and that tree structure came back. I think he was really pissed off. Chuck, I see you. Hey, your cast is on the way. We will get it in the mail this weekend. I heard you picked a hat, bro. Okay, cool. That we are going to get ordered for you. Make sure Jack has your email and everything else. He said he's already been in contact with you. All right. And listen, if you don't mind, loan that cast to Jeff Meldrum. Okay. So he can make a recreation of it and he can put it in his collection, because you'll see it's got some real distinctive features, and we can maybe track this thing and see if it's in other areas, because we was looking on the map and we think it's migrating from the state park. We think it's using the arsenal, which I do believe is 72 or 7,500 acres. And we do believe that it's coming down and around over by another big patch of woods that's like 4,000 acres of government land that's owned by the city of Akron. For those of you in the area, you will know what I'm talking about. But That's what we think. We think we pissed something off. So I don't know. I read a comment on somebody trying to tell me to bring gifts and see if we can gift them. Okay. Maybe some apples, maybe something like that. I think that's a possibility. And I think we're going to try to gift them and try to get on their good side at night for the night hunt. Because, I mean, every researcher claims that these things are nocturnal. And if they are nocturnal and we're in their woods at night, because that park closes at 11 o'clock at night, the only way you're allowed in there is if you're around the lake fishing, okay, in designated areas, or if you're within 100 yards of the shore. You can't camp there. There's a campground, but that's on the other side of the lake. You can't, camp anywhere in that area. So we was thinking, man, maybe we should bring some sort of gifts. If you guys have any ideas for this night hunt, please hit the comments below. Let us know what we should do, because I believe what S said here. I think we did piss something off, He says you tore down one of their arches. I addressed that a little bit ago. I don't really think, when I was walking up to do the recreation, is what I think you're talking about. I don't think that was, because if you look, there's a tree that actually fell on that. I think that was a big tree that fell. It had a root ball on the other end of it. So I think that was just an old tree that fell on, onto a sapling. Because a lot of people was really pissed off when Jack kicked that stuff over. When he kicked those rocks over, man. I mean, that thing was crazy. I think, what's Bruce saying here? He says, I agree. Whatever the hell that growl was, sure don't sound like anything I've ever heard. Me neither, man. It freaked me and Jack out. Look, for those of you that don't know, okay, I have a bad back, and Jack has pins in his foot. And I've never seen Jack move that fast. Jack don't run nowhere. He walks everywhere, okay? I'm in a hurry, and it's kind of annoying because I'm always at the water, catching fish while Jack's on his way up there with the camera, But Jack was running. I mean, he was booking, and so was I. I was pretty shocked. And like, again, for those of you that are just joining in, I'd like to apologize for the language in this video, guys. I'm sorry. I thought I turned his camera off. And if you notice, Jack said, I think it's coming down the hill. I'm like, oh man. I was, that scared the hell out of me when he said that, But, we need to find out, or try to come up with a game plan here. And I'd like your guys' help, all of our subscribers' help. I don't think these things are going to stay in this woods. For those of you that know where this is, okay, there are bike trails, and, they open on the 1st, like I said, and there's going to be people in these woods, okay? So I think they're going to either push up onto that 3rd tier, or they're going to migrate out of there to a safer area. And we've been doing a lot of mapping. Jack's been doing a lot of mapping with timestamps and dates from the BRFO. You know what? I will give it to you guys. Thank you, BRFO. You have given us a lot of information on this general area, on where we're at. I appreciate it, Steve. Thank you very much for that, by the way. But if you guys have any suggestions on, gifting or what we should do, I seen one video, a guy was giving them marbles, and he was given, he would give him a marble, the marble would come up missing, okay? Then the next day he would put another marble out, and then the first marble that he gave would be back there, and the new marble would be gone, and they just kept like swapping marbles. If these things are primates, which I believe they are, they have to be curious, because all primates are very curious, species. Look at monkeys, look at gorillas, look at apes, look at all of those are very, very, very curious. So there has to be some that are curious, and probably most of them are very, very, very reclusive. Probably don't want to deal with humans. it's probably instilled in them from breeding, I would guess. So what's that saying here? It says, so you need to know that you are looking for and learning their structures and don't step on them, okay? Kick them over. Go in there with courtesy. Yeah. Well, I think you're right, S, because when we first went in there, I went in there thinking this was crap. I'm not going to lie to you. I went in there thinking that this was a bunch of crap. And before I did go in there, okay, I looked on the BFO's website and, and seen that there were a few sightings here, a few sightings there. And I'm thinking, whatever, misunderstanding, because there is one resident bear that runs around there, a little baby female. Actually, I'm not sure if it's still there. I know the DNR was trying to get it out of there last year, trying to, trap it and take it west. No, I'm sorry, east towards Pennsylvania, trying to get it out of there. So I'm not sure if it's still there, but I do agree. I think you're right. I think we should, go in there with a different attitude for the night hunt. I think they can feel your attitude, okay, and your intentions. If you go in there, I think if we go in there acting like fools, I think something bad's going to happen. And that's why that lady that said about the gifting, that's a good idea. I'm sorry that I don't remember your name. I apologize. But we do sit down and read all the comments. Me and Jack read them, when we're fishing or on the way to the lake. I'll read them in the car. You know what I'm saying? While he's driving, stuff like that. So we do read all your comments, guys. All right. All right. Bring him deer meat. I'm not giving this dude none of my deer meat, dude. He can eat fruit. Deer meat. Shit, dude, I froze last year getting that deer meat, man. Deer meat. Yeah. Go buy him some lobster. No, not happening. What is this? Said I watched this vid. Guys have been at it for years and gets chatty and he's all over the place. Yeah. What else we got here? Who else do we got here? Yeah, Jack, that rock was pretty big. I thought it was a tree, dude. I thought it was a tree because it just sounded like it was like crazy. The cameras didn't pick it up as good. And me and Jack was talking, we were going to use our little Andalier mics, but then I was thinking, those things are made to just pick up the sound right next to them. They're not made to pick up the surrounding. So we went in there with the shotgun mics, and I don't think they did that good of a job. Well, I think one camera we were using the internal mics, and the other one we was using the shotgun mics. I can't really remember which camera we had. Jack, if you remember, comment. Carrots, okay? Okay, so S says they like carrots, okay? I heard that, and apples. I watched a thing called Discovering Bigfoot, Todd Standing. Amazing footage. He did some stuff with Survivor Man, if you guys don't know, where he actually got a hand grabbing them, and taking the apples, and had a couple of them growling at him and stuff, man. I've heard carrots before. As a matter of fact, I do believe that Todd Standing did say something about carrots, that they like carrots. Any kind of fruit, Chuck. Okay, we can do that. Jelly beans. Okay, so the ones in Arkansas like jelly beans. I can see that. Because, they do feed the gorillas at the zoo up here at the Cleveland Zoo. They do feed them candy every once in a while. I would say don't give them anything. I would like to stay in place and let them come check you out. I don't know about that, bro. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, man, because we went in there with intentions, okay? The intentions that we went in there with wasn't really a friendly intention. You know, I went in there first with disbelief, and then I went in there like, okay, sucker, I know you're in here. Now I'm going to get you on film. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we went in there a little aggressive. We went in there screaming and yelling all over his territory. Jack's kicking over his structures, you know. So Jack's probably going to be the first one that gets it at the night hunt, you know. And that's what you get for kicking over a structure, Jack. He remembers your face, you know. Says you should hang some things from branches about 8 foot up. A growl. Well, we went out and we did this. Here's what I got. Guys, let me get this for you. I got 28 of them, okay, because I'm an avid deer. I got 28 of them. I map my woods, you know, that I hunt. I know every deer, every animal that walks through the woods that I hunt. So we are going to put these out at night, okay? A lot of them. I'm going to put them all on video. So there's no questions about, oh, this picture is a blurry. I'm not trying to get a blob squatch. I'm going to put it on video. Every single one of them got video mode. I'm going to put them on video. So we're going to try to get something on that way too. Peanut butter, okay? Popcorn. I seen, who was that did that popcorn? I seen some YouTuber did something with popcorn. I think it was in Wisconsin. They were looking at one in Wisconsin, guys. It says you should hang things from the tree. Yep. They can see the light on the cam. See, that's what I think too. And listen, and here's something that most people don't know. And here's some science for you guys. Okay. Most people think that you can go in there with infrared. Here's the problem. Animals that can see at night, that have really good acute vision at night, can see that infrared wavelength. Okay, so I think these Sasquatch can see it too, because if they are nocturnal, they have to have, you know what I'm saying, the cones, okay, for that night vision, okay, for that low light. So I think they can see that too. But here's something that I do know. Deer have very, very, very good vision, some of the best vision on the planet, okay? Turkey do too. At night, they cannot see, for some reason, the wavelength red, okay? So we're going to try that with red lights. And I seen, I think that Finding Bigfoot show had guys with red lights on it. And I seen somebody else using red lights. Todd Standing goes out, not just on that documentary that he has, but on some other stuff he had. Survivor Man, when he did his thing, he had red lights. So I think the red lights we're going to try. But I think you're right. I think if you blow their woods up with lights, I think they're going to freak out. And I think they're going to stay away from you. That's probably why, you know, they don't just walk right up into your camp as you're sitting there at the campfire, you know. Because number one, they probably know what fire is, and they're probably a little bit freaked out about fire. So what do we got here? Yeah. Yeah, I think they can see those red lights too, guys. I think you're right about that. I'm willing to come do a night hunt with you boys. Chuck, if you remember, this is for you, Chuck Steiner, the guy that won the cast. If you remember, if you go back in the video, I actually said the cast winner, the person that wins the cast, that I would actually take you and bring you. And here at Outdoor University, we are about our word. If you do want to get a night hunt, go ahead, email us. I don't know where you're located, but, you know, we'll take you out. I mean, you know, it is what it is. I was kind of thinking about taking somebody else out on the night hunt with us anyways, because maybe a new face and a new fresh attitude towards them, a more friendlier attitude than me and Jack seem to be having with them. Because it seems that the relationship that me and Jack have with them isn't a friendship relationship. It's a like, get the hell out of here relationship. You know, I don't think they want us trekking around back there. Honestly, I really don't. You know, I heard somebody said something about females too, that they're more friendly to females or something. I mean, I don't know. That could be wrong. What does this say? Did you go and look at the 2 minutes and 55 seconds? No, I did not look at that. They can, okay, S says they can also take down your cameras. You know, I've seen that. What was that? That was that. I think it was the I'm in the Sierra Nevadas where they have that video of that one reaching around the tree, grabbing it. You have to understand, just like deer, if you go and you move things, you put a new tree stand up, okay, all hunters know that you need to put that tree stand up and leave it alone for a year. If you want them big bucks to come in, they know every stick, every rock, everything. They live, it's their living room. You know everything in your living room, guys, right? Don't think that these Sasquatch know everything in the woods. They know every stick, every rock, every tree. So you're right. What else? Sweet. I'm game, bro. Only 3 hours away. So you're only 3 hours away, Chuck, huh? Right on, brother. If you were to use trail cams, I would set them up, leaving a lane. Well, what I was actually going to do with the trail cams, guys, is I was actually, because I got mounts, we can screw them into the tree and angle them. I was actually going to get up there about 10, 15 feet. So to get that thing, you're going to have to try. And I was actually going to angle it down. You know what I'm saying? I was going to put one over there where that corridor, that walkway is. Because if you guys seen on the recreation video, dude, the camera didn't show them, but there was some good indentation footprints. Back and forth, guys. Okay. I think they're going over to that thick stuff. And I think they're using that because the lake's like a mile that way. Like the south side of the lake, you can get over to that area, you know. And I think they're using that. Plus, there's a real heavy traveled deer corridor over there. Where we got ground at, there's big downfalls and bushes. They can just stand right there and hide behind and wait for a deer to come out and grab them. You know what I'm saying? You need a female. That's, yeah, for communications with these hairy ones. I agree. I've seen that before. It seems like there's a lot of research out there about male and females and how these Sasquatch interact with people. I read almost everything out there. So I agree. I think they treat females a little different because they don't feel as aggressive. Jane Goodall, who works with the apes, guys, she will tell you, you know what I'm saying? If I take a guy in there, they're going to rip your arms off. I can go in there because I'm a female. I think it's more of a territorial thing, you know, male versus male with them. I think you're right on that. And I'm not the only one that thinks that. There's a lot of researchers that think that. Because believe it or not, if you really break down and look at some of the sightings and read some of the sightings, most male sightings are very quick. Females seem to have more time with them. Like they'll stop and they'll look at them and then they'll walk away. You know, they kind of just look at a male and just keep on walking. You know what I'm saying? So it seems like they're more curious about the females. They also know you how. If you go somewhere else, the ones will know about you. It is nuts how smart they are. You know, I believe that because, believe it or not, you know, we've actually taught gorillas how to sign language and actually communicate. So, and I'm not talking, you know, 3 or 4 sentences. They can hold a conversation with you. So I agree with that. Is there a way to send you a message? Bosnia Girl says, Jack, is there a way to send you a message on your website? Yes, you can go down there or just email us, man, because me and Jack both check the emails every day. 123 Outdoor University 123@gmail.com. You need to visit I need to visit the Looney House, bro. Believe me. That's what I thought. I bet, you know what I'm saying? You don't seem to understand. I didn't believe this shit. I went out there just to humor Jack. He went out there and like, 6 below zero by himself. And he comes back and shows me this footprint. I'm like, dude, whatever, you know? And he wouldn't shut up about it. So we went out there, and that's when I found the other one. And that's when all this just started escalating. Nebraska, what's up? All right. Yeah. What else we got here, guys? Look close. What's being watched? Yeah. Every time we go into those woods, it seems like not until we get into the second tier, right when we come up that first hill, there's a little hill we come up, okay? And then there's a big plateau, and then there's the third tier, okay? Right when we get up on that second hill, it's just the whole atmosphere. The air seems heavier. It just seems weird out there, man. It really does. What else we got on here? We got somebody on the messenger. Okay. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, keep believing that, man. This guy says there's no such thing as Sasquatch. It's already been proven that the Patterson film was a man in the suit. That is false. The guy actually that claimed to be in the suit on the Patterson, actually on his deathbed, he's dead. He actually died in 2012. Actually said that he lied on his deathbed. Plus, they have already done so many recreations, scientific recreations of Patty. It's unbelievable. That's not even nothing, you know? That's not even a thing. The guitars in the background. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I do got some nice guitars, man. I'm a collector, you know? I do a lot of playing. I built this one right here. Check this out. It's called a Songbird. Yep, it's got invaders in it. Nice, man. You know, it's got the PRS neck on it. You know, it's not labeled, but yeah, man. We do a lot of playing and stuff. So, what else we got on here? Yeah, Bigfoot is real. I mean, look, when I first started this, guys, man, I was a skeptic like everybody else. I'm like, bullshit. Excuse my language. I said, you know, if there was a North American primate, we would have already found it. Here's something that you guys don't know, man, is there are millions and millions and millions and millions of acres in just North America, not counting Canada, that a man has never set foot on, including Indians. That's fact. Okay. There's, you know, parts of Yellowstone, you know, hikers get lost all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's so far out there. Their cell phones don't even work. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. And think about it. If you're a deer hunter, you know this. If you're sitting there in your tree stand, you can see people come in the woods. Okay. You don't focus on the sound. If you're a deer hunter, you focus on movement. You watch for movement because you're going to see it before you can hear it. And I think that's what these things do. So all they do is just either hold still or leave. They already seen you come in. You know what I'm saying? I think Todd Standing talks about a thing called a day watcher, where the rest of them sleeping, they got, you know, there's like one or two of them that watch off of, you know, certain points so they can see, you know, and, you know, when somebody comes in, and then, you know, if somebody does start to approach too close, they'll wake the others, and then, you know, they'll all move. There's no more land right here in the Ozarks that seems untouched than I realized before. Yeah, the Ozarks, yeah. There's a lot of land out there, you know. Get out there, man, in some of the Sierra Nevadas, you know, the Pacific Northwest. Dude, there's land out there, like, you know, you wouldn't believe, you know. I mean, I'm from Northeast Ohio, guys. I hunt here a lot. And you know what I'm saying? I can walk around the woods all day long without being seen. You know, it's not hard to do, okay? And if these things got any sort of intelligence at all, you know, they can do it too. I agree with that. Yeah. I call bullcrap on what you just said. What did you say, Chuck? What did I just say? Chuck says I call bullcrap on what you just said. I love this guy's name. It says Beard Almighty. I love this guy's name, man. Me and Jack was talking about that name the other day. Beard Almighty, you know. My brother grows a beard, dude. It looks like a lion's mane. I'm like, how the hell do you do that, you know? So, says, I would love to see someone leave some sort of wooden toy or puzzle out there, okay, along with any kind of fruit. We've had a bunch of people talking about fruit, a wooden toy, a puzzle. Let me write that down, guys. We'll leave it out there. Wooden. All right, I'm gonna write that down. That does, I think, maybe some kind of a little toy or something. Maybe not a puzzle, but maybe, you know, maybe a Rubik's Cube, because they do have hands. That might piss them off because they can't solve it. I don't know. Says, yeah, it says they can stand in front of you and you won't even see them until you go and check the footage. Yeah. I agree with that. And there was one on my phone today, guys. I just seen, I guess, a sighting last month that, you know, they analyzed this video. There's 3 footages of this thing next to a river. I can't even remember where it was. I'll have to look for it and mention it in another live stream. But dude, these pictures are really good. What else we got here? I agree. You can stand right in front of them. You know? Hey, Jack, that's the lawyer. You must have our paperwork ready for our pro staff. Yeah, guys, we're taking on pro staffers this year too, out the university. So if you have some vast knowledge about the outdoors, hit us up, man. You know what I'm saying? We're expanding our film crew. We're expanding to different lakes. You know, we'd like to start doing some stuff out in Cali. You know, I'd like to start hitting some of them other lakes out there, man. There's some big bass out in California, boys. If you didn't know that. Clear Lake, Spring Lake. Yeah, monsters. What else? I carved a wooden piece one time. A square with a ball inside of it that slides back and forth. Wouldn't it be cool if they took that? You could hear them shake it. Yeah, you're right. You know, what if we did something like a bell? So if they did pick it up, you know what I'm saying? You could hear that, you know? I mean, because it would have to be something with hands to pick it up, you know? Like some kind of device that when they grab it, it goes woo, 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 and it makes a noise and lights or something, you know? One trick I have seen is to take a rake. Okay, your gifting area, rake an area, bring a water jug and wet the area and then cover it with leaves. Good chance to get a print. It's a good idea, bro. That's a damn good idea. Bosnia guy, yeah, that's a great idea, you know, because I kind of think, listen, if they're intelligent enough to know to stay away from people, they're probably intelligent enough to know their own tracks, okay? And there's obviously not a monster population of these things, or we would have already found them. If there was as many as there were deer, we would have already found these things. So there's probably not that many. As a matter of fact, I think the BRFO's a website only rates at around 6,000 or 7,000 of them, you know, in, you know, just North America. So they probably can see their tracks, and they probably try to avoid mud, or maybe sometimes they do it on purpose so other Sasquatches, you know they're in the area. We don't know. There's no such thing as a Bigfoot expert. You know, there's no such thing. What else we got here? Says you're intelligent and they might be curious to play with it. Yeah, they are intelligent. I agree. Because if they were stupid, we would have already have seen them. We would already have one in a zoo. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. I mean, you know, because as soon as it comes out and science recognizes them, you know the first thing they're going to do. They are either going to kill one or they are going to stick these things in a zoo. And here's the problem. What if they are more on the DNA strand of humans? So now, here we go. You know, now you're going down a whole different road, guys. You know what I'm saying? You know, sawdust. Yeah. Yeah, flour. I seen one, I think it was a Monster Quest episode where they had that luminol, or not luminol, but that illumination stuff, and they sprayed it, you know, like on, I think it was apples or something, you know, so if something did touch it, they could follow it, you know, the footprints and stuff. I have to look into that. I think you can get that stuff with the, I think you hit it with an ultraviolet light, and I think you can get that stuff off Amazon. I have to look into that, guys, you know, because we're going to go out there and stay a couple days if this thing lets us. I mean, you know, we're not just going to do it overnight. And by the way, we do got some more live night hunts coming. Jack wants to do a couple more with you guys. I think he feels safer when you guys are around. What else we got there? Yeah. All right, let me hit a messenger here. Here's another guy that says there are not enough woods in the state of Ohio. Dude, you obviously ain't from here. You don't know. Obviously. I got 2,000 right out my back door. Right out my backyard here. There's 2,000 acres of nothing but woods. There's like 6 different landowners. Tire. It says put a large tire on a 33-inch chain and put it to the tree with an audio recorder. Put it in their hunting area and then go away with it for an object. They might. Who knows? I mean, that might piss them off, dude. You know? Yeah. Get one of our damn arms ripped off. You know? I mean, I don't think these things are, you know, I don't think they're aggressive unless you force them to. You know what I'm saying? Anything will bite you if you back it in a corner. Dog will bite you if you back it in a corner. I don't care if it's been a family pet for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Anything will, you know, harm you if you back it into a corner, man. That's nature, you know. The animal instinct, you know, the survival instinct will kick in, you know. So, but yeah, what else we got here? This guy. A lot of guys, man, on Messenger talking smack, huh? Bigfoot is not real. I wish people would get it through their heads. Joe Rogan said it best. Guys who don't get any laid are Bigfooters. Bro, you don't know me that well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Funny. We always got a funny guy in here. You know what I'm saying? What else we got? Messenger. I see. Sandy, I did say something. Sandy, if you're watching, I did say something. I don't know why you're not commenting on the regular thing. Comment on the regular thing so everybody else can read it. I did mention your sighting. I did. Nice guitars, man. Yeah. I like that telly. Yeah. I like that telly too. You know, that telly is cool, man. You think that one's cool, man. You should check out these IYVs. Dude, I'm telling you right now. Hands down. These guitars are nice. This Ingve Yinya right here with the scroll on it. Yeah, this guitar right here is a really nice guitar. That's an all one piece too. It's all one solid piece of wood that goes right through that thing. It's pretty nice. But anyways, guys, if you guys have any, you know, questions about this video, you know, about the recreation, hit me up, guys. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk, you know. Drop us an email, drop us a line, you know, do whatever you got to do. My baby don't sit on the ground, sorry. You know, So, you know, drop us a line, whatever you guys got to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Let us know. Also, I want to say another thing. We have a paranormal channel coming up. We have got some pretty amazing footage there. We got all kinds of equipment that we are going to try to scientifically break this down. So, you know, you guys got to check that out. We'll release the name of the channel real soon. Not yet. We got to check out some, you know, things and make sure that everything's legit on it. But I just want to say one thing about for those of you that just joined in, man, I'm sorry about my language, guys. Okay. But I really, if you watch the pre-release, yesterday's pre-release, I didn't know how to get this across with just one camera or with just that rock being thrown at us, or, you know, what we thought, you know, at the time was something, you know, running at us and growling. I didn't know how to get that across without adding anything else. So I was like, I got to put this in, and, you know, that's why I put the disclaimer in the beginning. Okay. Because I know some of you have children, you know, and you know how big I am about kids. I'm always like, take a kid fishing, take a kid fishing, you know. That's what we do here at Outdoor University. We got an OIP program where we take the kids fishing. So I apologize for my language, but I'm not going to lie to you, man. I was pretty freaked out, you know. New York, what's up? He says, nice guitars, man. Yeah, nice. On his shoulder, another Bigfoot hunter does that. Can't remember his name. It says, I love the reverse camera technique. Yeah. What else? Well, man, you guys have been finding some stuff. What was that? Man, I got it written down here. Back on the not the recreation, but the very first video, the Ohio Sasquatch video, the very first one we did, not the one Jack did, but the one that me and Jack went and both did together, the one that's in the winter. There's a timestamp where one of you guys said something in there, and I actually went back and looked, and dude, yeah, you can see it going from behind the tree, but you can only see like this part of it, but it's way up there on the tree. So you were right. You were right about that. Scott Carpenter does backwards cameras. Yeah. What do you mean? What is on those tires? What are you talking about? Beard Almighty. Dog man. Dude, look, guys, I've never even heard of the dog man until a lot of people's been commenting about this dog man. So I've been doing a lot of research on this dog man, a lot of research on it. And there's a lot of sightings, man. I'm like, ooh, I really didn't think it was going to be that many sightings. And then I started to think, okay, well, maybe they were misunderstanding Sasquatch sightings or something. I don't know. I really don't know what to think about this dog man thing yet. You know, I mean, I'm not even trying to find out that there's a damn dog man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. You know, sometimes life's better when you don't know things, you know. So, you know, I'll tell you all about that, you know, and if you guys know what table tipping is, we got some stuff on, you know, on that, you know, on our new paranormal channel about table tipping, guys. Ooh, and I got somebody in my family that's real, that, you know, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not even gonna get into it, man. It says the 3 tires where you filmed, it just brush, or is there something else there? I'm not, oh, the 3 tiers. No, there's the main path that goes in, okay, and then off to the right, okay, it goes almost straight into the lake, and then it goes around. It's like I think it's a trail for mountain bikers, okay. Then the first tier, what we call the first tier, is that ditch that we always show, that, you know, with the culvert pipe that we think he's walking. Well, on the other side of the road is where we start going back into those woods. We go back into those woods, and dude, it's about a mile. And then there's another tier that goes up, and then it's about 2 miles, 3, 4 miles back there. And then there's another tier that goes up. I mean, you're back about 4 miles when you hit that third tier. Okay. You're back there. And that third tier only lasts a little bit of land that's public. And then it hits Old Man Whistler's property. All that is on there. And then there's like a little road that somebody lived. I think there's like 3 houses on it. And then on the other side of that, there's like another 600-700 acres. You know, I mean, I could show you guys all that in the aerial footage, because we're going to start using the drone before the trees get out there. Somebody asked me to do that, and we do got one. So we are going to get out there and use that drone. Use something that will make them curious, like a glow stick. I think I've seen somebody use glow sticks before. See, I don't think it'll make them curious. I think it'll freak them out. Like, okay, that's definitely people, because I don't think these things want to be seen, Some of the big researchers that I see, some of the, that have a lot of success are people that build a rapport with them, that are, that go out there and just sit, and just leave a gift or something, or go out there and have, a different aura about themselves, more friendly. Or see, mine and Jack's aura really wasn't friendly to him, I think, guys. I think they, they kind of took offense to us being out there. I really do. Dogman has allegedly killed LBL in Kentucky, survivor who just came forward from the family. Well, damn. He killed him in the 80s. Holy moly. That's crazy. The audio captured of the strings at the house were obvious. I see, dude, you should have heard him when we were in there. That camera doesn't do him justice. I mean, we got in there, man. They were screeching and screaming at us. We were like, I was actually like, I'll put that video out if you guys want to see it. I actually have, video of when me and Jack went in there. And I'm like, Jack, man, let's not do this today. But I didn't put that in there because, I didn't think it would, be good editing, good entertainment value. But I did say that. I was like, man, these things know we're here, And I don't think they wanted to. I think it was a warning to say, look, stay out of here, boys. I'm warning you. Camera inside the teddy bear. That's a good one. Like a nanny cam. That's a real good one. Takami. Yeah. Yeah. A solid body electric. I like those guitars, man. They're good. They make a really, really, really good acoustic too. If you've never checked out their acoustic, they make a good acoustic, man. What else we got? Yeah, that growl. That was a good growl. Actually, there were several of them. I think there was 4 altogether that we caught on tape. See, because what you're watching is you're watching Jack's camera, then you're watching my camera, then you're watching Jack's camera, then you're watching my camera. But it's all the same, footage, and there was 4 growls. So I think there was 8 altogether, 4 of Jack's, 4 of mine. But that one, Jack picked up, like the one that was way over that way, Jack picked that one up really good, man. I believe that growl was more saying, this is my territory and I'm not going to eat you, but respect my domain. I think you're right. We said that at the beginning of this video. We went in there with the wrong intentions. We really did. That's why I'm really freaked out about this night hunt, man. Is I don't know if we should go in there and try to gift something before the night hunt. Because I think if we go up in there at night and pitch a tent and light a fire, I think this thing's going to get pissed off. I think there's more than one, too. And I think it's going to get pissed off. So I think, we might go in there and try to do a little gift video. Or, maybe not even take the cameras. Maybe he finds those things threatening, holding, that kind of stuff in their hands. Maybe just go in there with an apple, put some apples on the trees and then get out of there, man, because we did go in there with bad intentions. Says drone. Yep, I agree. He said, go find that rock. Really? Go find that rock. Yeah. Listen. So it's going to throw a rock at me. Okay. Then I'm going to go back in and steal the rock that he threw at me. That's going to really piss this thing off, man. Just a scream aggressive. You might try leaving some apples behind. Yeah, that's what I just said. That's what I just said, you know, because I don't know how we can patch the relationship up or change the intention. Because when we went in there, we tromped all over his shit, man. I mean, we went in there, Jack went over kicking stuff over, you know, we went in there and just, you know. So maybe try gifting something or some fruit or some food, maybe, you know. I'm thinking that could be a really good option. You could put together a bit of things the viewers have spotted. Yeah, you know what? See, Beard Almighty. I like that guy's name, man. That's a good idea. And the timestamps, guys, on this video. Let's go ahead and put your timestamps in so I don't got to go through every video again. Put your timestamps in and I'll grab all them clips and I'll put them up and we'll see what everybody's really talking about. Because there's a bunch of different time clips. You know what I'm saying? Like Jack said in the video we just released tonight, the File 18 recreation, when we're running away, Jack said if you look, you can actually see a Sasquatch back there. I didn't see that, but that's what Jack said. My time kind of be risky. Shelter is risking it. I know, man. I tend to see. That's what I'm afraid of, is getting in a tent. Because guess what? You can't get out. You can't get out. How the fuck are you going to get? I'm sorry. How are you going to get out of this thing? If this thing decides to just grab your tent and just take off running, you're screwed. You're done. You know? So we might try doing shifts. Like have Jack stay awake and I'll sleep. And then I'll get up and have Jack sleep. You know, because something's got to be. There's no way we're both going to go to sleep. At least, I mean, I think that would be, you know, maybe use a tree limb like a tree pea. Yeah. Or maybe, see, we really haven't ventured all over this place yet. You know, I really haven't found like structures or anything there, you know, but we really haven't looked. There could be. I'd like to, you know, if there was a structure, I'd go sleep on it, sleep under it, see what happens. Probably get my arms ripped off, you know. They like peanut butter and spray that stuff that makes their hands glow up. We just talked about that. We just talked about that, Brad. We did. You like put apples down, you spray it around on the ground, and then if anything walks, then all you gotta do is with the black light and follow it, you know. Yeah, try some gifts over a couple days. That's what I was thinking, Jimmy. I was thinking the same thing. Maybe put something out there. Go there. You know, don't even take the camera, you know, because just go there with a totally different aura, you know, a totally different intention. Just go there, you know, before this night hunt, man, because I think this thing's going to be pissed off, man. I think it's already pissed off, you know. Yeah. Jesus, protect me. Jesus says, say some prayers. Yeah. You heard Bigfoot's love bacon. Who don't love bacon? Come on, man. Everybody loves bacon. Bluegills really love bacon. Raw bacon, man. Ooh, it's real good for bluegills just on a hook. Bing, bing, bing. And come out real good. Luminol. That's what it is. That what it's called? I think luminol's for blood. I think luminol's for blood. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too sure about that, but I think that's what it's for. But anyways, guys, I got to get to bed, man. If not, my old lady is going to beat me half to death, okay? So, you guys are the greatest. Outdoor University fans are the greatest. Once again, I apologize for the swearing. Also, guys, all proceeds of the shirt go to the the OIP program, the Outdoor Inspirational Program, where we take children out. We take them hiking, camping, fishing. We teach them respect for the outdoors. We teach them how to respect others, and we teach them to tread very lightly on this planet. Okay, so go to the link that's in the video, or odupricemasters.com. Click on the apparel. You will see all the Bigfoot stuff that we got, all the Outdoor University merchandise. And please, please, please remember, guys, take a kid fishing, take a kid Bigfooting, man. Get them out in the woods. There's a lot of people that don't have dads, okay? There's a lot of kids out there that don't have dads to do things with, or dads that are just constantly working, you know? The world is a screwed up place, man. You know what I'm saying? It really, really, really is a screwed up place. So let's try to make it better, okay? Remember, guys, I'm Charles Mills with Outdoor University, okay? And I love all you guys. And I will see you either on the water or in the woods. Thanks.